Hey, Pop Rockers, all with you right now. Hey, we recently sat down with someone with the best name for a country artist. We spoke to Hudson Rose about her new song, The Rules of Breaking Up. Here she is. Good afternoon, Hudson. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really, really good. I'm so glad to meet you. It's
Oh, thank you. It's great to meet you too. Thanks for having me. Thanks for
no,
chatting.
it's great. I love chatting. I talk heaps. This is
I
about
know, right? Yeah, me
yeah,
too. Yeah, chat for days.
yeah. I know. Speak underwater with a mouthful of marbles. It's crazy.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, well, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you and rules of breaking up. The
Mm.
latest. It's so new, it's not I haven't even seen a video clip for it.
No, not yet. So the video clip will be out very, very shortly. So you have to
Yep.
keep an eye out on socials, but
Oh,
still
yeah. Oh, cool. So tell us all about it.
well, I mean, it's inspired by a breakup,
Yep.
and it was my first breakup officially, I guess.
Yep.
And I was super confused. No one really tells you what to do after
No.
a breakup. There's like there's almost like these unspoken rules.
Yep.
And I would always, I just want to call him, and someone would say, "No, Hudson, like you can't do that." But I never get the why or the
Yep.
answer. And so I was kind of constantly in this state of just I'm so confused.
Yep.
Um, and so I had the chorus idea, or what is the chorus now? And I just kind of rolling around in my head for a while. And I went down to Melbourne
Yep.
and did a little bit of recording down there and brought this idea to the boys who I record with. And I
Yep.
was like, look, this is how I'm feeling. I've got this kind of idea. One of them actually loved it. One of them
Yep.
wasn't on board.
Yep.
And by the end of it, we'd made him a believer as well.
Yep.
So
The guy that didn't come on board, had
yeah.
he gone through a breakup?
No, no,
So
he's happily married with 2 kids.
yeah, well, see, there you go. He hasn't had them emotions. He hasn't doesn't know what it's
Yeah,
about.
that's
So
it. No, I mean, I'm sure he has when he was younger, but
yeah.
um yeah, no, but it was good fun, and it was great fun to work with the boys down there
Yep.
and get this one and bring it to life, essentially. It's so
Yep.
interesting and intriguing watching a song start from just a concept or just an idea, and then it kind of, yeah, grow and develop into what it is now.
Yep. So just so for a bit of context for
Mm,
the listeners, I want to go through a bit of your discography. So
yeah.
2020, you had Never See Me Cry.
Mhm,
2021, One More Kiss and Driving to You.
mhm.
2022, this is where like I've been really getting addicted. Iconic. Misery.
Yeah.
It was Misery from personal experience.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of Misery was almost written about, throughout my experience in the industry, which has
Yep.
really only been a super short time. You meet people that are kind of, and not just in the industry, but in life, you meet
Yep.
people that just wanna share their opinions and have their say, and you're kind of like, "You know what? I don't
Yep.
need that right now."
Yeah.
And so that was actually the inspiration for Misery, not so much a breakup, which is what most people think it's
Yeah,
about.
that's what I thought it was too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
so it's, no, it's kind of, a different approach, but I mean,
Yep.
that's the beauty about music, it's
Yeah.
different by different
Yep.
people.
And then 2023, we had Fireflies in Tennessee and now Rules of Breaking Up.
Yeah.
Um, I really love Fireflies in Tennessee. I like Rules of Breaking Up as well.
Mm,
Eh, Fireflies in Tennessee, I love that.
thank
That,
you. It's like, a happy falling in love song and then
yeah,
a breakup song, because why not?
yeah, mix it up a bit. The
Yeah,
film clip for Fireflies in Tennessee, you gotta be careful how you say that. You gotta say that you can't say it with a dry mouth, you'll be in
I know,
trouble.
it's a bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah, the video clip looked like it was really fun to make. You were, like, so happy all the way through it.
Yeah, it was. I love, like, one of my favorite parts about, the whole release process is the
Yep,
music videos. I love bringing the songs to life visually. We actually did run into a couple of hurdles with the Fireflies music video,
yep,
and it was rescheduled about 3 or 4 times due to floods and,
yep,
cancellations and people not being able to make it, and, which actually, made for great TikTok content.
yep.
Um, but, yeah, it was super fun to make, and I work
Yep,
with a really cool team based out of Newcastle, on the East Coast, and yeah, I think it really captured the essence of the song. The song's meant to be fun
yep,
and, I guess have that bubbly, warm feeling just
yep.
like the music video.
'Cause you're pretty, I think you're forward thinking in this concept, is that you have your normal video clip,
Mm.
and you're also doing acoustic versions of them as well.
Yeah.
So there's the 2 versions, it's really
Yes, it's, well, I mean, it's funny you say that. One of my, favorite Kit Moore songs is "Plead
Yep,
the Fifth," but the acoustic version.
yep,
And I think once I heard that, I was kinda like, "You know what? Maybe I could do an acoustic version."
yeah,
And eventually, obviously, I would love to work towards an album
yep,
and, put out my first body of work. And then I would love to have, maybe not the whole album as an acoustic
yep.
version, but, a couple of songs that I've done here and there as a kind of like a little exclusive acoustic thing. So,
Yep.
and I
You
guess
could
it's just
a
another.
an A
Sorry.
and B you could do an A and B side on a
Yeah,
vinyl.
exactly,
Yep,
exactly. And so it's kind of, that stripped back version,
yep,
almost like kind of how they were written, I guess.
yep,
Um, and so, yeah, I guess it's a bit more content, a different perspective, and it's fun to make. So
yeah. Alright, we're gonna, try and delve into your brain a bit on your writing concept. How do you prepare to write? Do you have any rituals or superstitions you gotta go through before you can sit down and write?
not really. I think, I hadn't actually done a lot of writing
Yep,
recently, and I went away for a couple of days, last week and did a bit of writing up in Brisbane,
yep,
and absolutely loved it. I was co-writing, and we all just kind of went into a room. Sometimes we have ideas, sometimes we
yep,
didn't, and we were just like, okay, happy or sad was the first kind of,
yep.
basis of the
Ooh,
write.
ooh.
Um, and then
Can
it
you
was
hear that? Sorry to interrupt, but can you
what
hear
is
that?
I cannot hear that. What's that?
That is Terence, the studio pup. He's a British bulldog, and he's moody. I've never seen him this moody. Normally in an interview, he's either fighting with his brother or he's laying down and being quiet. He's moody. He's just
He's like, I'm not getting the attention on
that
this afternoon, and I
yeah.
need can't be too cranky. Friday tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, he's eating the rug. Let him eat the rug for a bit,
That's
that'll
it.
keep him quiet.
Yeah, that's it. Oh my
Yeah. He should be happy because he had a bath today. He had a bath and he got his nails clipped and everything.
god.
"Yep, off you go." You they're both coming to me now. It's like, "Oh." You're not like a secret dog whisperer or something. They can hear through the
Not that
headphones.
I'm aware of, no.
No, no, anyway, let's back to the music. Back
Yeah,
to
no worries. Well, I get the writing is, yeah, very dependent on the day and
Yep,
how people are feeling. Like, I love co-writing because I think that everyone can bring something unique and different to the write.
yep,
Um, but then I guess for me, I'll like wake up at 2 a.m. or I'll have some random idea while I'm driving and I'll voice
yep,
them or I'll write it down in my notes. And then, I take that to a write and we kind of build from there. Um, Yeah, I've actually had quite a few questions about that, like the
yep,
writing process recently, and I would love to say that there's like a structure, but
yep,
I think that's the beauty about music is there's not really
yeah,
any structure. It's sometimes we'll start with chords, or sometimes I'm like, there's a lyric idea. What do we do with this?
yep,
Or I've got this like little hooky melody, but I don't have any words. So it's a little bit different each time for sure.
yep, yep. Now you so you learned how to play the guitar just recently.
Mm.
So you're based in Wingham, New South
Yeah.
Wales?
Yes, so
Yep,
and I was born in Gosford, but
yep,
I, moved to Wingham when I was with my family when I was, like, 2, so it's all I remember.
yep,
And I was actually talking to someone about this the other day is, as a musician and going out and touring and traveling and visiting cities or, writing in Brisbane or recording in Melbourne, um, in that kind of hustle and bustle, it's so nice
yep,
to come back home to a small, calm country town and
yeah,
just breathe.
yep,
Um, and so, yeah, I love it. It's a really nice central point for me at the moment, and, it's not that far to
yep,
Sydney or Newcastle or, even to Brisbane isn't that far, so
yeah, yep,
it's a nice kind of middle ground.
yep. So you'd be happy with the state of origin game the other night, and not the result of the series?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily follow it, but
Yep.
did Queensland won, did they?
They won the series, but New South Wales won the last
New
game.
South Wales won the last one, yeah, so we
Yeah,
were
so,
not with the series, we weren't happy, but, for the last
yep,
game, definitely.
yeah, yeah, no, it's most disappointing. I grew up in New South Wales. I grew up yeah, and I was just I don't know, they've got to do something about the football.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Yeah.
Alright, gigging, where do you go on say someone's gonna go out Saturday night and they wanted to catch up with Hudson Rose,
Mm.
where would they find you?
Well, kind of all in and around the place. I gig, at the moment anywhere between, Coffs Harbour and Newcastle.
Yep,
It's kind of like my stomping ground at the moment. Um, yeah, kind of out and about, all sorts of venues. Some of them are free, some of them are ticketed, some of them are with other artists
Yep,
and just solo. I use a loop pedal when I do gigs, and
yep.
almost it's I call it like my band in a box. It was like a one-off fee, and they don't talk
Yep.
back. And, um, and so I love it. It also just creates a little bit of interest
Yep.
throughout the gig as well. So it's good fun for me and also everyone else.
Yeah, we just spoke to, Bonnie Kellett not long ago, and she does the same thing. She says she's got a loop as well.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
It's cool. I think it's becoming more and more popular, and
yep,
it takes a little bit of time to master it. And I would still argue that I haven't mastered it,
yeah.
but I get better
So
each time, definitely.
yeah. Now I wanted to mention, your name.
Mm.
You have got the perfect name for a country singer.
Thank you. I love it. Thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah, I love it. I think it's unique and a little bit different. Mum thought I was going to be a boy, so
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, that's the coolest name for a country singer. It's like, how can you, like, not be a country singer with a name like that? It's like yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's meant to be. Meant to
Yeah.
be.
Now do you get to many of the, do you get to Tamworth very often?
I do. I've actually 2017 was my first year,
Yep,
and then I went just to explore. I had never been
yep,
before, and I got my first guitar in Christmas 2016, and
yep,
then went to the festival the following January. And I couldn't play this guitar, but I carried it up and down
yep,
Peel Street, the main street where all the buskers are, just to make everyone think that I was
yep,
a fully accomplished professional musician.
yep.
Um, and no one questioned it. They were like, "Yeah, she looks great."
Well,
And
you had the name, you had the guitar.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly. And you gotta just like walk the walk. Um,
Yeah, yep,
and actually, one of the buskers in the 2017 festival stopped me because we had the same guitar, and he said, "You
yep,
gotta sing some songs." And he obviously didn't know that I couldn't play this guitar that I was
yeah.
carrying so confidently. But I did. I stopped. Whoops, the thingy's moving. But I did. I stopped and I played some songs, and I think I knew 3 songs.
Yep,
And I went back each morning that we were there for the rest of the festival and just played them over and over.
yep,
And he was so supportive. And I think that was like I loved that that was my introduction to
yep,
tongue.
yeah,
And then ever since then, obviously, besides the kind of hiccup with COVID,
yep.
but other than that, we've been every festival.
It's I find it really amazing how the musicians, get together and give each other support and
Yeah.
boost each other. You don't seem to find well, in Australia, you don't find anyone bagging anyone out or doing anything silly there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, there is enough room for everyone, and
Yep.
we're all we were all different, and I think that that's what makes that country music genre so special.
Yep.
And music has to change and evolve, and at the end of the day, we're all trying to make really cool songs to put out for
Yep.
everyone to listen to, and if we can have a good time when we're doing it, then why not?
Yeah. So, are you getting much airplay on commercial radio stations?
Yeah, it's actually been really good. Rules of Breaking Up has been added to Triple M Country and
Yep.
ABC Country, and playlisting across
Yep.
all of the
Yep.
digital streaming platforms. So Spotify, it's on Fresh Country, and New Music Friday, I think it's on, and
Yep.
then a whole bunch over on Apple Music as well. So it's been really well received, which is amazing. It's always a bit nerve wracking putting out a new song, and you're not
Yep.
sure if people will like it, but it's been really really cool. So it's
Yep.
only been out for a week, so I can't wait to see how it goes.
Yeah. No, I think I'm pretty sure Nadia's put it on Pop Rock Country,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna be putting Misery on Pop Rock Radio because I just can't get enough of that song. It's
yeah,
just
I love it. Oh, cool! I loved it when we wrote it too. It was
yeah.
like one of my faves. So yeah,
If I could show you you can see that screen there, but if I could show you screen number 2, it's
yeah.
actually queued up on YouTube. I'll see if I can drag it round. There you go.
Oh yeah,
There it is.
I love it.
It's queued up, ready to go. It's
Yeah.
like yeah,
That film clip was a bit, it was such a cold night, and it was
yeah.
obviously we just had a hose, but, yeah, singing in the rain with that much water was a mission.
Well, you did a good job at it. It was good.
Thank
So, yeah. Then there was another one, iconic,
Yeah,
the acoustic version.
mhm.
You're in, like, a diner.
Yeah, so it was actually the same we shot in the same diner for the music video and for the acoustic,
Yep,
version. But yeah, it's actually, in the next town over from me in Taree, and,
Yep,
just happened to be the perfect place to shoot this almost
yep,
50s kind of, video vibe, and the owners were lovely, they let us come in and, take over the place,
yep,
but yeah, it's I think I always try to keep my music videos within, my area because I think there
yep,
are
yeah,
such beautifully undiscovered places,
yep,
like, Rules of Breaking Up video isn't out yet, but it was, actually shot in my old high school.
yep,
Um, and I had 20 of my closest friends in the music video just, acting as students,
yep.
and, so I'm really excited to share this one as well. It was good fun.
Oh, cool. So,
Yeah,
alrighty, well, we're gonna be heading your way at the end of September. So
yeah,
hopefully no, end of August,
end of
beginning of
August.
September.
Mhm.
So hopefully you're doing a gig and we can
Definitely.
pop
I'll
in
have
and
to let me know what dates, and
yep.
I'll shoot you some info for
Yeah,
sure.
that's sweet. Because we've got
Amazing.
our gig guide, so if you've got any gigs, always get the PR to send us a message
Yep.
and we'll put them on the gig guide. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
I will do that. Amazing.
yeah,
Oh, good. That's
yeah.
exciting.
Oh, we've got everything covered.
Yeah,
We're doing we're smashing it. We're trying to get as much music out there as we
I
can
love
and
it. Oh, that's good. And you need an itinerary to do that, like, just,
yeah,
rather than work out the I
yep,
guess, quickest route.
yeah. Well,
Mm,
we're hiring a camper van or a van and with a Bago or something. We
yeah.
landing in Sydney. We're driving up to Yamba.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
go to Yamba and then we're coming back.
yeah, so that's just past me, so you'll kind of,
Yep,
Sydney's down, and then you'll drive up to
yep,
Yamba. Yeah,
yeah. Yep.
nice.
Oh, it's gonna be
Beautiful.
fun. So,
Yeah.
yep. All right. Well, thank you for taking time out of your evening and joining us.
No, thank you so much for
Um,
having me, and thanks for the support and chatting, and,
yep.
it really you have no idea how much it means, so I really appreciate it.
No, anytime, yeah, you get a song come out and you want it pumped, just flick it through and we'll do our
Yeah,
best to get it out for you. So,
will do.
look,
Thank you.
great. It's been a pleasure talking. Thank you. Sorry about the studio grumpy dog. He's
Oh,
down
don't
there
worry
now.
about it. Life happens.
Yeah. All
Uh,
righty. Well, you
Amazing.
take care.
Go and enjoy your afternoon, and we'll, chat soon.
Sweet. See
Amazing.
ya.
See ya.
I know.
If there was a textbook, I'd have read it. Sitting in the front row, every lesson. What to do, what to say, should I hit you up? And what's a break, how much space, can I call you mom? Give me a clue, cause I don't get it. Honestly, I'm trying to look what I'm supposed to do. I ain't good with the rules of breaking up. Yeah, the whole thing sucks. I never seem to follow them. I just get stuck in a circle, going round and round. I think I've driven every corner of this old town as a reaction or a distraction, cause I ain't giving you the satisfaction of knowing I'm crying
class, so we're going to do a little recap of some of the rules of breaking up. So, who's first? Holly.
Cry in the shower because you can't see the tears.
Erica.
Taking up both sides of the bed.
Yep. Andrew.
Don't drive by their house.
Yes. Luke.
Don't call their mum.
Yep. Clancy.
Don't write a love letter detailing exactly how you feel. Kiss it with red lipstick.
Ah.
Not that I did that, just don't do that.
Yeah, the whole thing sucks. I never seem to follow them, I just get stuck in a circle. Going round and round, I think I've driven every corner of this old town. As a reaction or a distraction, cause I ain't giving you the satisfaction of knowing I'm crying in my car while you're sitting at the bar. I ain't good with the rules of breaking up. No good at breaking up. Someone should have told me. I ain't good with the rules of breaking up. Breaking it up now. No good at breaking up. Somebody tell me, alright. I ain't good with the rules of breaking up. If there was a textbook, I'd have read it.